Hi, everybody. Jack O'Malley coming to you with this week's update. I think I'm going to move them to Thursdays. I was doing them on Wednesday. Thursday's kind of a good wrap up of the kind of the political week. Again, Thursday update for you here from the Capitol. So lots of things to discuss today. I do want to touch base on one thing real quick here. Sorry, my note stuck under my computer. My child care bills, I call them my child care bills. There's 8 bills, 8 different sponsors. I have 1 bill in it, but it's a package that we've been working on for some time. I have heard that we are going to get those moved in Senate committee here quickly and shortly, so I'll keep you updated on that. There's a variance that was worked out with Lara and the good people of Leelanau County to help with some in-home daycare changes. That I think is great. We're going to drop legislation to get that taken care of. What it basically does is, right now, it should be based on the type of child care you're providing, not necessarily the location. And I think we call it in-home child care. Maybe it should be called family child care because it's smaller, something like that. So what this variant says and the law change says is, look, you can have these limits of 1 to 6, hopefully 1 to 7 when my bill gets passed. But you can do it anywhere. It doesn't have to be just in a home. Right now, the law says in home. That's where it has to happen. So we're going to remove those 2 words, in home, so that people can have it in another location other than their home. And one of the areas where this makes a ton of sense is, what happens if you want to have a second shift type daycare in the evenings? Is that something you really want in your home? Maybe if it was in a smaller building, just up the road or something, it would be a better fit. So we're moving forward on that, but hopefully we'll have some good news here with our child care bills getting to the governor's desk sooner rather than later. All right. Another update. Last week, I had said this was happening because we had heard it in testimony. I wanted to get a clarification. I have it now. So we've got all these people who are wondering with their unemployment, do we have to pay this money back? Do we not? There has been a pause put in place through, I believe it's May 7th. And right now, according to a letter from UIA, or an answer I got was, you, claimants, will be awarded an overpayment waiver if you fit the criteria, and that's like 390,000 people. Letters, the purpose, where does it say here? Okay, letters on target for waivers to be issued beginning the week of April 30th. Claimants will notify by letter following that time frame. So hopefully somewhere in May, if you were told that you were overpaid, you have to pay money back. You've been given a waiver, and you will get a letter, just like the one you got that said you have to pay it back. You're going to get one that says you're clear. All right? And now if you don't get that letter, then you still got some issues. But when I'm hearing, that's going to be like 390,000 people. So be on the lookout in the month of May for that letter that says you are off the hook. So that's good news. All right, on to some issues of the day that I just find are interesting. So I saw this story, and then I heard of something today in the news, and I'm just commenting on this. I know some of you, as soon as I say it, you're going to say, duh, Jack, of course. But what I want to say is, to those people in the middle who aren't really paying attention or don't understand what I think is hypocrisy or just playing politics with something, I'm going to point it out to you. So today, I heard a news story where our Attorney General said that she would be willing to take over the prosecution of that police officer in Grand Rapids. No charges have been filed yet. They're still investigating. But she said she is willing to take that over because the prosecuting attorney there knows the police officer or some such thing. That is the gist of her argument. But yet, our Attorney General has not weighed in on the fact that the judge who is hearing a lawsuit challenging Michigan's 1931 abortion law is an annual donor to Planned Parenthood. Now, this is America. You can donate to any organization you want. But when you're a judge and you're going to be hearing a case that Planned Parenthood has filed and you're an annual donor, but wait, there's more. Court of Claims Judge Elizabeth Gleischer, who sits on the Court of Appeals, also represented Planned Parenthood in a key abortion rights case back in 1997. Why is she still hearing this case? We've got other judges. So if the Attorney General says, wait, that prosecuting attorney in Kent County can't do this, how can a Court of Claims judge who is a lawyer worked for the group that now she's going to be hearing? Come on, people. This is where I know a lot of you get it. And I'm not even arguing the situation of the lawsuit. I'm just arguing, how can our Attorney General be so hypocritical to say, well, obviously this prosecutor can't, but this judge can? It should not be allowed. Get a new judge. We got lots of judges. Let's see here. Oh, here's another. Our Attorney General reached a proposed settlement and an agreement with Consumers Energy that would end coal use in Michigan 15 years earlier than expected. It still has to be approved by the Michigan Public Service Commission. Now, again, energy is an interesting thing here, and I think the average citizen needs to start paying a little closer to energy. I'm all for whatever works. In one sense, I don't have a dog in the fight, but what I want to do is be sensible. Renewable energies, wind, solar. Everything I'm hearing from everybody is, it's great, that's fine, okay, it's got its issues, we can argue that, but right now just hang in there with me. Fine, if we can create the energy. The problem is, what a lot of people that I've talked to that are all in for green energy is they don't want to accept the fact that we need a base fuel. When the sun don't shine and the wind don't blow, you still want your juice. That's where base fuel comes in. Base fuel is, again, generally gas, right? We've got coal, we've got nuclear, and in some case biofuels. Well, if you're going to eliminate coal, that's gone, all right? And then get this, so the governor or the Attorney General signs this agreement with consumers to end 15 years early. On the other hand, Governor Whitmer sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Energy trying to get funding to save Palisades nuclear power plant in southwest Michigan. That power company wants to shut her down, 10, 15 years earlier than it's licensed, 10 years, I guess. It's supposed to be shut down in 31. They want to shut it down now. She's saying, no. Why? Because that nuclear plant provides base fuel to the green energy when it's not blowing and when the sun ain't shining. The other thing that needs to be discussed, and I'm learning more about it, is a thing called CO2 capture. I'm told Michigan has enough storage for 700 years of CO2. And again, I don't know it all. I can't discuss it here in one update, but I'm learning and I'm asking questions. And as we look to this energy situation here, I think we as consumers need to ask specific questions. Do you want green energy? Yes. Great. Sounds good. How do we get there? What does it take? What do we need? Well, wind and solar. Okay, but when the wind don't blow and the sun don't shine, what do we do? So right now our Attorney General and our governor are kind of on opposite paths there, but nobody wants to admit the reality, which I find very interesting. So those discussions will continue. We'll continue to decide and argue, but I'm asking that the average person doesn't just follow the headlines, take a little deeper look and try to understand a little bit more. Again, green energy, I'm all for it. I'm great. Let's do it. But we have to accept the fact that we need a base fuel. And right now, everybody is working to get rid of the base fuels, even natural gas, because that's a fossil fuel. But what if there was a way to capture this carbon, CO2, and use it for other things? It's possible. We need to be looking at that. That's what I'm saying. We need to be looking at how to make this all work. The technology is there and it's improving. So just something to think about, look at. When you see a story about carbon capture, pay attention to it because it's something you need to know about. And it might be the solution. I'm not saying it is, but if we don't talk about it and don't look at it, we'll never know, right? So there's always another way of doing things, more than likely. And let's see, is this the last thing I got for you here? Yeah, took care of that. So I got several reach outs and it's easy to kick somebody when they make a mistake. So there were several road signs in the Grand Rapids area that got put up within the last week. One of them misspelled Grand Rapids and had it Grand Radips. And then Coopersville, they left out the S, so it was Cooperville, not Coopersville. And they got put up, and people immediately pointed them out. So, and I even got a couple of messages. How stupid is MDOT? Why are they doing this? So I asked, and basically what I got from the folks at MDOT was it was a mistake. It didn't get caught till it was put up on the sign. There were 3 signs. They are in the process of being replaced and fixed at the expense of the contractor who made the mistake. So MDOT is we're not paying twice for a sign. The contractor who got the bid to make the signs and screwed up is now replacing them. So within the next week or 2, they will be replaced, all right? And so I guess, try to be fair, yeah, it was stupid. You would think the guy on the road would look up and say, that ain't how we better not put this up, Joe. There was quality control failure with that contractor. And I hope MDOT talks to that contractor long and loud and that never happens again. But conversely, it's a great meme, and it's a way to poke fun at the government and an agency. And yes, it was a dumb mistake. But think about the thousands of signs that go up that are perfectly fine, and there's never a problem, or that problem gets caught before it gets put up. This was a case where it didn't. And the contractor is going to pay, not the state, and everybody's face is red because of it. So just know that it was seen, it's being fixed, and not at the cost of our taxpayers. All right? So that's what I got for you this week. We'll be back in session next week, and lots of things happening, and I will update you on that. All right? So yeah, I'll tell you, I got some things going tomorrow that I'll tell you about next week. I can report after I experience things. So we'll do that next week. I'll leave you hanging with that little cliffhanger. Hope you have a great weekend. Looks like the weather's on the way up. Let's hope so. Take care. Thank you.